It's a wonderful autumn afternoon, and you join me here in the middle of the Cheshire Plains at Hertford Station. Today's trip involves walking from here to Acton Bridge, which is a few miles north through various country roads and fields, and back again. And we're going to be listening to the 1:30 kick-off. About half an hour from now begins the Geordie derby, Sunderland-Newcastle, and at the first half of the 4:00 kick-off, which is QPR versus Everton. And we'll drive home with the second half because we'll be catching our train back to South Parkway, which is where we've just come from, around half time in the second match, and then driving home with the second half of that. So a full day ahead. The weather's great, let's get it underway. And there's the station as viewed from the road above, quaintly situated between trees in a slight valley. It is so gorgeous. Well, we've started our walk now. We're still in the western edges of Hertford, but we're turning right here and heading towards country fields. There's 15 minutes till the Geordie derby kicks off. Firstly, I would like to offer an apology to football fans in the northeast, because I appreciate that Sunderland fans and people of Sunderland in general don't like being called Geordies. Officially, it is correctly and politely known as a Time Weir derby, and that's what I'm going to call it from now on. So do forgive me for the few times I've previously referred to it as a Geordie derby, which of course it's not. Okay? Well, the players are out of the tunnel at the Stadium of Light, and it's a roaring atmosphere from a sellout crowd of more than 45,000 as Prokofiev's Dance of the Night plays around the stadium, and now the Premier League jingle's on. All the fans are ready for a feisty derby, and guess what? It's never finished 0-0, so surely there's going to be goals. Let's get it on. Well, this bridge we're going under is actually a railway, but the railway of the less busy Cross Cheshire line that connects, goes from Chester to Manchester, I think, through the Cheshire Plains. There's actually only one train every 2 hours on a Sunday. However, there is one due about now. I ain't going to stop and look for it, but we might hear it. Beautiful berry tree there. A bit random, but still worth filming. Oh! There's been a goal just now! A very, very early goal! And the first 2 minutes were frenetic, to say the least. But just now, switching the camera on, there's been a goal inside 120 seconds. And the goal scorer, well, firstly, it's the visitors, the Geordie minority in the black and white that are up and down celebrating. It's Newcastle winning at Sunderland, and it's Demba Ba, I think. No, it's not, it's Johan Cabaye. Sunderland 0, Newcastle 1. What a start to this game. And they have been a bogey team for Sunderland in recent seasons, and it's happening again. Sunderland 0, Newcastle United 1. What a lovely day it's turned out to be. Let me just show you some beautiful rolling fields here in the Cheshire Plains. So good. What a 5-minute start it's been. Well, based on the statistics that I've just heard, it really is going to be an uphill task from here on in for Sunderland. They've won just 3 of the last 28 Time Weir derbies. And because Norwich won Arsenal yesterday, scoring 1 goal, they are now the lowest scorers in the Premier League. And only one different player has scored all their goals, Stephen Fletcher. But still 80 or 79 minutes to go yet, so. And they are at home, so there's little need to worry yet. Well, beautiful scene here. Sheep innocently grazing in this triangular shaped field. All part of the side entertainment on a wonderful football day. Well, that's a beautiful view as we reach the 15-minute mark in this big Premier League encounter. Well, Sunderland, after that early setback, have definitely got a grip on this game now. They're doing okay, although they'll still be kicking themselves for that early goal that they conceded against their arch rivals. Well, Newcastle, or in particular Cabaye, nearly had a second goal, but Mignolet made a good fingertip save. We've now crossed to the east side of the West Coast Main Line. That bridge you just saw in the previous shot was the railway. And we are approaching the village of Acton Bridge. And about 15 minutes from now we'll be at the station, around the halfway mark of the first half here. Big news in this game. It's a red card. And it's a red card that's turned the face of Alan Pardew red, but giving the Sunderland fans hope. A reckless challenge from Czech Chiote, I think Stephen Fletcher, and a straight red card for the midfield powerhouse of Newcastle. This could be a turning point. A nice building, a quaint white pub. And as you can see by the sign to the right, we're just 3/4 of a mile from Acton Bridge Station down this road. And exactly half an hour gone. Now this bridge is interesting, the one we're coming up to. It's a beautiful setting. Underneath is a dual carriageway lined by trees on either side. And about the game, about the red card, apparently it's only the second one that Newcastle have ever had in this fixture. And the last one was during the war, which the commentator claims doesn't even count, although it probably still does. And most of the other red cards have been for Sunderland in this fixture. And it has helped the home side because they are on top at the moment. They've had a few good chances in recent minutes. Well, in terms of the two game plans, it's definitely Alan Pardew and Newcastle's that has worked the best so far. They're defending well, they're containing Sunderland. The Hazel Pear, good name for a pub. And we're now at Acton Bridge, just coming up to it. Incidentally, it is almost half time here as well, so it looks like we've timed it just right. My target was to get here for the half time whistle. There's 2 minutes plus stoppages left of the half, and we've just made it to Acton Bridge, where I'm going to stop and have a bit of food. It is now half time, and it has gone in Sunderland 0, Newcastle 1. So I've got 15 minutes to kill. I'm going to sit here, eat some food, drink some drink, and there might even be a couple of express trains coming through if we're lucky. So I'll film them if any do happen to pass through the station. Okay, and we'll be back for the second half. Being in the Cheshire Plains, we're also near the flight path of Manchester Airport. Yeah, that is a plane from Monarch Airways. There it is. Well, that was quite interesting, wasn't it? Anyways, it is 2:30, the second half's about to recommence, and I better get ready. So let's go. Got a lot more walking to do. I'm roughly going to walk back south towards Hertford during the second half. Well, we are now into the early minutes of the second half, and the score remains Sunderland 0, Newcastle United 1, and the weather remains brilliant. Yeah, I'm sure loving this weather. Well, as you can see, a little ladybird has just flown onto my finger and flown off again. Well, we're now on the hour mark as we embark on our way back. We're just going exactly the same way back as we came here earlier. Sunderland have a corner, and there's going to be a substitution. I think it's a double substitution. It's for Sunderland. Sessignon off, someone else has gone off. I think Bardsley's coming on. I couldn't hear it all, to be honest, not going to lie to you. Another wonderful view across the Cheshire Plains over that miscellaneous field. Left or right? Well, it doesn't say Hertford on either sign, but we are going right. Incidentally, yeah. Well, it's their first chance of the half, or first serious chance at least, but it could have killed Sunderland once and for all, and it would have been another goal for Denver Bar, but the keeper made a good save on this occasion, so still 1-0. Well, we're now crossing under the West Coast main line for a second time, going from the east side back to the west. 84 minutes on the clock, just 6 to go, and there's finally been another goal in this match. And all the huffing and puffing that Sunderland have done the whole game has finally paid off. The Black Cats are level, a late equaliser, and still time to possibly win it. 1-1, game on. And Zaha almost won it. Never guess who got Sunderland's equaliser, or at least I think it was this guy. Well, we're now into stoppage time. I didn't hear how many minutes, but we're at least 2 minutes into it, and Sunderland aren't happy with the point. They won all three. They're throwing the kitchen sink at Newcastle now. Last chance for Sunderland. And there is the final whistle, and it's on as even in the Time Weir derby. It finishes 1-1, and both fans should be well content with that. So what a contest that was. Join me a bit later on, in about half an hour, where we'll show you the beginning and the match from Loftus Road between Queen's Park Rangers and Everton. Ah yes, not a cloud in the sky in this beautiful open green space. Well, we're still in Hertford, about a mile east of the railway station, which we'll be walking to after the match kicks off, as a Premier League jingle rings loud and proud across this historic West London ground as London takes on Liverpool, QPR v Everton, and now the final handshakes and team news, and will be underway shortly. And the referee gets the match underway. So I've got half an hour to get to the station, but I'll be there soon. Let's go. Goodness gracious me, what a start to this match. Only 2 minutes have gone and there's already been a goal. And for the second time today, there's been a very early break in the deadlock in a Premier League match. And it's the Londoners that are ahead. On the break with their first attack, it's deflected in. A Junior Hoylett shot and QPR are ahead. Incredible. I'm still in a state of shock. Everton has started well enough. They had 2 corners and it was a breakaway from the second one that led to this early goal for QPR. Well, Everton were rocked by that early goal for QPR, but their response has been okay. 15 minutes gone at the moment. Well, Everton just had a good free kick in a central position, drawing a save from the QPR keeper. Well, now as you can see, we've made it back to Hertford Station. In the game, we're at the halfway point of the first half. QPR nearly went 2-0 up with a chance, headed just over. But the reception's going to go and I'm catching a train soon, so I think we'll call it a day for today. We've heard a goal from this game and a couple from earlier on. Been a beautiful day and a sunny day, a great visit. I will see you next time, whenever that is.